Earlier this year on our CTV channel 479 First, we launched Whispers in the Holler, an original series exploring the people, places, and legends that shaped our region. The series has already earned 2 Telly Awards. Today, we're sharing a look back at episode 1, the remarkable history of Monte Ne. Take a look. And if it piques your curiosity, all the episodes from season 1 are now streaming. There's a place just beyond the shore where time forgot to finish its work. A place where dreams were cast in stone and left to drown. Monte Ne, a once dazzling resort and the vision of a silver-tongued politician, now a sunken legend. This place was once full of life and promise and ambition. Now, only pieces remain, scattered across stone and water, but the stories, they never sank. Standing here among the remnants of what was once a grand vision, it's easy to get swept up in the mystery. But before Monte Ne became legend, Monte Ne was very real and deeply rooted in the story of Northwest Arkansas. To help us separate fact from folklore, I spoke with Angie Albright from the Shiloh Museum of Ozark History. She shared how Monte Ne rose from the imagination of one ambitious man and how its story still shapes the region today. William Coin Harvey, the man, not the myth. So fill us in from your perspective. What kind of person was he and how would people have described him in his prime?
He was clearly very charismatic and he had a profound ability to persuade. And I think we don't have any recordings of him. I haven't seen a lot of descriptions of him where outside parties kind of describing what it was like to be with him. But he managed to get people to invest in sometimes crazy ideas, sometimes great ideas. And even after they failed, people would still give him money and people still showed up for him in all kinds of ways. So he must have been very persuasive, but also really smart.
He wrote bestsellers about money, but he couldn't seem to hold on to any of his own. How do you explain that disconnect?
That's a great question, and to me that's the most intriguing part of his character and who he was that ability to persuade, and yet, and he writes a very popular book in 1894 that's very nationally a bestseller and all of that, but he could never hang on to any of his own money. And you know, there are idea people in this world and there are implementers in this world, and I think he was a good idea person, but I don't know that he always knew how to implement things, because the same thing happened to him with similar projects in Colorado and Utah. And he had these great ideas for entertainment, they went really well, and then they would be wiped out.
Does he strike you as someone who did have great ideas, but also thought that he was an implementer at the same time?
Yes, so he feels like he understands one particular area, this economy and the whole thing about silver and the and coinage and that kind of thing. But I think underneath it all, he didn't really understand how communities grow and work. And we have lots of planned communities here in Northwest Arkansas. We have Bella Vista and Holiday Island. And for some reason, those places worked and this place didn't.
Yeah.
And as a resort, those places have also worked, and this one didn't. So I think underneath some of that creativity was a lack of understanding about how community works and what it means to organically build a society.
So when William Coin Harvey first arrived here, what exactly was he hoping to build at Monte Ne? What was his vision for the place?
His vision was to create this luxury resort, this national renowned resort where people could come and spend the summers, get away from the hot, sweltering urban life for a few months, and just really enjoy themselves. And it was kind of, for lack of a better term, a theme park in a way for the time, because it offered so many different recreations and entertainments for people to enjoy while they were there. It was really about the guest and what the guest experience would be.
Okay, so the resort he created, Monte Ne, is what he named it. It had so many layers to it: hotel, private railroad, even a bank. So from your perspective, what made it stand out from other vacation spots of the time? I mean, you just mentioned it was kind of It was like a...
It was an all-encompassing resort.
Yeah.
People could come and stay there. They had luxuries in those hotels. I mean, indoor plumbing, electricity, state-of-the-art things they could do and see. If you liked hunting, they had opportunities. If you liked fishing, they had opportunities. Coin-Arvey had the very first golf course at Monte Ne here in Northwest Arkansas. And there was golf tournaments that they held there. They had boating excursions. The White River was right nearby, so yeah, fishing and boating there. Hiking, they would do day trips out to see some of the caves that were along the bluffs of the White River. And of course, they promoted the entire resort as a health resort as well.
Right.
All these natural spring waters, crystal clear, beautiful, coming out of the mountain. And of course, they have minerals in them that they promoted as a health benefit. And so that was also a draw for folks to come to spend a summer here and take in the waters at Monte Ne.
Yeah. It's interesting. It kind of personally, it reminds me of a little bit of Hot Springs area, you know, but also a little bit of Big Cedar Lodge, because
Yeah.
that's also in the Ozarks, and it kind of offers cabins and boating and
That's so true. And
golf.
even Eureka Springs.
Eureka
a
Springs to a
point.
certain extent.
And
yeah.
at the time, in the early 1900s through the 20s, Monte Ne was the third most popular resort in Arkansas behind Hot Springs and Eureka.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's good to know.